How we doing, brother?
Hey man, just living the dream, right?
Yeah, I don't know like whose dream you're living,
I mean, I don't either.
but you're living it though, okay? Whoever
That's
whoever
all
the
we can
man
do.
is. Whoever the
That's all we
man
can
is.
do.
Remember Undercover Brother with Eddie Griffin? The
Yes.
man, whoever that person is, we're living that person's dream,
There you
okay?
go. All right.
One day we'll live Martin Luther King's dream. That would be nice. But until then, whoever this man person is, we're just gonna just live their dream.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Oh man. Are you
What
doing
you been up
is it
to?
raining up your way?
Uh, it's like thundering,
Yeah.
and that's about it.
Got you.
I
Got you.
think it's making its way up here, but I know when I came through Concord, it was uh rainfall.
Yeah.
I got towards Salisbury, it was clear, but it was thundering a lot.
Yeah, it definitely came down around these parts here in
All right.
Charlotte.
All
And
right.
it's cleared up now. Like an hour ago, I was like, crap, man. I'm just gonna have thunder lightning in the background of the pod. Javi's gonna kill me. I don't know why. Like I can control weather and shit. I'm
I
not
mean,
Storm, but
I don't know what you got going on.
I don't have any mutant powers so I can control like thunder. But I would try. I would try.
Would would
Um,
you tell me if you had them? Like, would you be like, "Yo, watch this,"
you be
or
the
would you be
first
like,
person I
"I
call.
don't want the government to"? Okay, that's
You
awesome.
be
Thank
you be
you.
the first person I call. I'd throw you my phone and be like, "Hey, record this, okay?" We didn't need a 2.5 hour movie with Glenn Powell. All you needed was me this entire time.
Yeah,
If I
that's
had
it.
the powers, we would have talked about it last week, okay?
You could have been part of the movie and be like, "We'll do the real deal,"
There's
and
just no
you
VFX
just
at
give
all.
me millions of dollars, and I'll make sure we have real tornadoes, and we'll just keep everybody safe.
Oh,
You know?
you wanted a Cat 5? I got you a Cat 6, guys. Let's
Yeah.
go. I got you, okay?
It's what I imagine would happen is like after it's all done, it's destroyed like half of the land there. You're just like, I did not expect that to happen, guys.
I actually didn't know how strong a
Yeah,
Cat 5 would be, guys. My apologies.
yeah, it was,
Oh
oh,
man, let's get this
yeah,
let's get this show
awesome.
started. Coming to you live from MIAP News Studio here in Washington D.C. Guys, we have reports from Hall H at San Diego Comic Con this past weekend. Man,
Wow, big
Javier, have you
news.
been out there yet?
I have not.
Yeah, I've not been to a San Diego Comic Con. Always said like I definitely gonna go.
Yeah,
Um, so
never happens.
I mean, it's never happened, but who knows what the future
Mm,
holds? You know what I mean?
right, right.
Um,
Might be something we can work on for next year, maybe.
yeah, yeah, like a little bro weekend
There you go.
in San Diego. I heard the zoo is nice.
Yeah.
I heard they have pandas.
How many?
3, not many.
That's a lot of pandas.
So that's
There's
all.
zero pandas where I'm at right now.
you're you're closer to tigers right now than you are
I
pandas.
read so many tigers.
There's so many tigers in that area for some reason of like Rowan County, and I don't know why. It's actually pretty scary. And you be out there at night cutting your grass and shit, and just get mauled
They
by a tiger at any point in time.
they get out. They get out of
Exactly.
their pens on the regular.
Yes, it's in the Salisbury Post every weekend. I don't get the Salisbury Post. I actually don't know if it's in that in that publication at all.
Yeah.
Anyway, San
Oh,
Diego
God.
Comic Con was this past weekend, guys, and Marvel Studios had some big news here, guys.
Oh yeah.
Couple things just going right down the list here. Reported from Polygon, kind of news article will drop in our socials. They released like kind of everything announced for Marvel for Hall H on Saturday. We have the Russo brothers, Anthony and Joe, returning to direct Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars. Now,
Nice.
they have already directed 4 films, guys. Winter Soldier, Civil War, Infinity War, and Endgame. So they've already directed 4 movies, and they legit said that our Marvel Studio days are over.
Yeah, and that was 4 of the best.
Yeah. Yeah, it was 4 fantastic films.
Yeah.
3 of them went over $1 billion. Winter Soldier was not in that, was like phase 2 where
Yeah.
if you weren't an Avengers movie, you're not making $1 billion. But it was right there. It made like 700 or
Yeah.
something. So they make really good movies. Even the new Captain America movie feels like a Russo brothers political sci-fi movie. So I'm pretty excited about that. So that they're returning. They're actually directing the 2 Avengers movies, Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars. Now, JV,
Yes, sir.
how the hell did Kevin Feige, Disney, and Marvel Studios get these brothers back?
I would assume checks on checks on checks on checks.
Yes, yes. There's
Just
so many
bags of
pairs of
money,
Nikes.
just bags
Oh
of
yeah,
money
money.
falling
Sorry,
out
I'm
of
thinking
backs of
Nike.
trucks, and just
He's
ridiculous.
unload this. He flew into their house
Yeah,
and had trucks just drive up to their
yeah.
mansion because they're brothers and they obviously live together in a mansion. Duh.
Of course they do.
And he was just like, "Bring in the trucks." Trucks
Yeah,
backed in and just lifted the lever because every truck is like a garbage truck, right?
every single
Um,
one. Yeah,
every single one has the lever. You can just put it goes up on a slant, and the money just
yeah,
falls out.
yeah. Exactly.
And now they're just kind of swimming in money like the guy from DuckTales.
Yeah, and I think they may have saw maybe an opportunity to do a little bit of a reset here with the King dynasty kind of falling through, and now they kind of get their own. They get to start their kind of their own thing, maybe.
Yeah,
Maybe that's what they're into, and it's. I mean, it's 2 Avengers movies, and that's that's the big deals,
and I
right?
think
It's
like
not.
they're kind of going to be integral, just like what Joss Whedon was able to do with Phase 2 and what the Russos were able to do after they signed on for Infinity War. Like they were able to tweak and tailor and kind of put their thoughts into how the smaller solo movies would go.
Right.
And I think they're going to be an integral part of that as well within the Marvel landscape. So,
Oh
Russo
yeah.
brothers, they make great movies. Gray Man is fantastic. They did a couple other things as well. They did the movies with Chris Hemsworth where he is Tyler Rake. The name is slipping my mind, but there was
Is that
the
Extraction?
Extraction 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Netflix. They wrote and produced those movies, so that was really cool there.
It's interesting.
Um,
You remember his name as the character, not the movie.
my brain is weird.
I remember the name of the movie. If you wouldn't have said the name, I would his actual name. I would have known the name of the movie anyways.
Yeah.
That's
My,
weird.
my my brain is weird, and your brain
That's
is weird
cool.
as well. But our brains together make one
Make
podcast, dog.
one weird brain. Yeah, one good weird brain.
One good weird brain there, guys. So yeah, the Russo brothers are back. You guys excited? Let us know in the comments here.
Awesome.
Um, you guys know that Captain America: Brave New World is a movie coming out February 14th. Yes, that's Valentine's Day, and yes, this is a date night movie, guys. Um, and we got Giancarlo Esposito, and he's coming up as a villain known as
Yeah.
Sidewinder. We saw him in the trailer. We saw him with guns. We saw him being opposition or the antagonist to um, everything that Cap was doing there. New Cap, Black Cap, whatever you're going to call him
Yeah.
there. Black Falcon Cap, whatever you're going to call him. Anthony Mackie. I'm just going to call him Cap. So,
There you go.
but yes, Sidewinder is the villain. Now, I know
Nice.
nothing about Sidewinder, and that could be good. because Giancarlo Esposito is such a good actor that he can basically just like flip this character on its head and make it its own. And so we're probably going to see something refreshing that we've not seen before. So pretty excited about
Yeah.
that, guys.
Good deal.
Um, we got the Fantastic Four. First Steps is the name of the
Yep.
movie, with a great lineup of talent here, man. Hall H, a lot of news drops. So I don't really like the name the Fantastic Four First Steps. Like, remember how Homecoming, Far From Home, and No Way Home like made sense in regards to the Spider-Man movies? They
Yeah.
were they were in all essence, they were like trash names, but they made sense after you watched the movie. There's a homecoming scene, and Spider-Man is finally coming home to Marvel Studios. Far From Home, he was obviously abroad the entire
Right.
time. And then No Way Home, his life is not going to be the same. And then he ends up, different. So, like, each one of those
Yeah.
titles made sense. The Fantastic Four First Steps. I hope there's a tie-in to that where we totally understand. I hope it's not um, Sue and Reed teaching Johnny like how to walk for the first time, because that would just be an awkward movie for 2.5 hours. I don't want to see that. um,
Yeah.
like
Well, that's supposed to be
the
based.
villain is the stairs or some shit. Who knows?
Yeah.
Um,
Wasn't that based? What'd you say? Like in the '60s
yeah,
or a
they said
futuristic '60s?
some futuristic 60s. So like I'm really excited to see like the tie into the entire Marvel universe. Are they in
Yeah.
the
So it sounds like they're going to be
timeline?
in their own. Sounds kind of like they're starting off in their own timeline or their own uh, branch, right?
Yeah.
If they're in like the '60s and they're supposed to end up somewhere with the rest of these guys at some point. I mean, they got a lot of catching up to do, unless they're like super, super, super young, but still, who knows at this point how it's going to go?
Who knows, man? But fantastic cast. So we have Pedro
Oh
Pascal
yeah,
as Reed Richards / Mr. Fantastic, Vanessa Kirby as Sue Storm / Invisible Woman, Joseph Quinn as Johnny Storm / Human Torch, and Ebon Moss Bachrach as Ben Grimm / The Thing. Yeah, so just great cast. Pretty excited about that. But like, we didn't end. Marvel did not end the Hall H with just that information, right? They had
nah,
one more tiny, small, insignificant thing. Um, because Avengers Doomsday is a nod to Doctor Doom, they announced who will be playing Doctor Doom, and it's none other than your boy Jared Leto, obviously, guys. So
yeah, I have a feeling that place might have burned to the ground if that would have
place
happened. To be honest with
I like I love that video because it's like Jared Leto. We're all
you.
like,
Yeah,
oh gosh, like just turn this shit off now. And then it's not. We're also like
yeah,
relieved, right? So coming back, guys, to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Marvel Studios, is Robert Downey Jr., an
yeah,
older, a wiser, and Academy Award winning Robert Downey Jr. Um is back. He's not as Iron Man, but as Doctor Doom. And I say that specifically like that.
yeah,
Not as Iron Man, but as Doctor Doom. Now, for our movie of the week, Deadpool and Wolverine, me and you, we linked up to go see it, and we had breakfast. And it's like always great when me and you we break bread and have a meal, but it's
yeah,
bad as well because we just F up material. Like we just
yeah. We
great
do this
material.
exact thing just with
24.
some
Yeah.
eggs, eggs and bacon.
We just like ruin bits. We ruin great
Yeah,
like conversations because it doesn't seem natural after that. So
yeah,
I now that it's out, and there's been obviously a million YouTube clips about how who this person is, how when this from the time this news released to right now,
Mm.
what is your one, and we were not in the predictions business unless your name is Clyde Smith and you're 3 for 3. Especially for Marvel Studios. But
Yeah, good stats.
um undefeated baby.
Yeah.
But what do you think is the storyline that there would go, like what would we, like, on the top of your head, what would you think?
Well, I would really like I know it's going to be RDJ's face, but I would really like it to have like zero to do with Stark. Like it's not some kind of variant that's kind of somewhat the same. You know what I'm
Mhm,
saying?
mhm,
Like Victor Von Doom needs to be, I mean, he's still a genius, right? I
mhm.
think that's going to be the interesting part is RDJ separating Tony Stark from Victor Von Doom. Because other than one being super evil at some point, they're kind of both super geniuses. So what I don't want to see is Robert Downey Jr. being Tony Stark
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
how he changes up his mannerisms and his deliveries is going to be interesting to see. Like, are we going to see Tony Stark on the screen, or are we going to see a Victor Von Doom?
Yeah, that's gonna be, yeah, I don't wanna see any of the Tony Stark wisecracking,
Mhm.
smartest guy in the room, even though Victor Von Doom is very smart.
Yeah.
Um,
Well,
I
I
don't wanna
mean,
see any of that. I wanna
he's
see,
kind of the same way. That's the weird part.
yeah, that's why it's, like, also, like, perfect casting, you know?
Yeah.
That's why. That's like when, everybody was like, "Oh, man, Ryan Reynolds would be such a good Deadpool," and then he was cast as Hal Jordan as Green Lantern, and we're like, "That actually works as well, dude. It's, like, perfect." It's
Yeah.
like it's absolutely perfect, man. Gosh.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
I
Just curious. And I think one of the things I said that we enjoyed that I ruined was, how's he coming into this, right?
yeah.
And, is it going to be if they don't use the story of, or the line of, you know, what somebody's seen and recognize his face saying, Tony, right? And
Yeah,
then
yeah,
like he's like, "Who's Tony?" And then it destroys all of them. That's what
yeah,
we need.
yeah,
That's
yeah, yeah, like, so, like, he's from a different universe and timeline, and he grew up just as Victor Von Doom and not as Tony Stark. Also, we could get, like, a performance where we never actually see his face,
yeah,
so it's all behind the mask, right?
yeah. I guess it just
Which is
depends on
tough because
when he shows up.
man, because, like, all origin stories, kinda you see the person without the mask, and even, like, how they did in The Dark Knight Rises, right? You saw Bane with the mask the entire time, except for that
Mhm.
one scene, when the little girl actually gets out of the cave, um, Talia gets out of the cave, whatever, so you saw his face for, like, a second, you saw those piercing blue eyes, man, you were like, "Good God, I'm in love with Bane for some reason, wow."
Yeah,
Um, you know, uh, if they take that scene out and just do just like, he's here as Victor Von Doom, and you get his backstory, but you get his backstory in exposition and not like flashback scenes, that can
yeah,
happen as well. I do see that they can do something along those lines and make that work.
yeah,
Um, but you're right. It is perfect casting because they are basically the same person. One is just, you know, the protagonist, other one's been the antagonist, and but they're both filthy rich. very smart, and shoots things out of their
Yeah.
hands. You know what I mean? So it's always cool.
Yeah. I
Wears a
think
mask.
yeah, I mean the biggest difference is just like the origin story of like the youth, right?
Yeah.
Like one's just been filthy rich his whole life and the other one's been pushing his way through. So we'll see, man. I mean, we love RDJ, just don't want to see that end up being end up backfiring in the end.
Yeah. What I don't want, man, is like, I said it a few weeks ago to you. I don't know if it was on the pod or off, but like, um, Marvel needs to get back to what they do well, man. Not just
Yeah.
pumping out 17 movies a year and 17 shows. Um, one or two movies,
Mm-hmm.
couple of shows, quality over quantity, and that's how you keep fans invested, man. So like the
Yeah.
payoff
Agreed.
for Secret Wars or the payoff for Doomsday is just like outrageously huge. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? And those are $1 billion movies that everybody talks about, so that's the secret formula. And obviously bringing in good talent, keeping the producers on set, and making sure that like things are tight before you roll. Um, yeah, so just super excited, man, about this Hall
Cool
H
deal.
drop. Guys, we'll throw this Polygon link on our socials. Let us know your thoughts. Are you pretty excited about Marvel's next phase and what they're doing? What are your thoughts of all these different characters and actors coming into the fold and doing their thing to make this awesome? Also, we totally forgot
Uh-oh.
uh, Th- Thunderbolts, man. That's going to come out as
Oh
well,
yeah.
which is like their Marvel's version of Suicide Squad. So we get that soon. Also, like I think DC launched their DC Films uh, logo, so that looks cool too, guys.
Yeah, yeah.
We'll throw a bunch of that crap on our socials. We'll be at Comic Con reporting live next year. So yeah,
All
guys,
right.
we'll make it happen. That is a promise that Javi said he's gonna pay for the entire damn thing, hell or high water, guys. So we'll make it happen.
Sounds good. I'm just gonna erase all that from the pod.
Welcome to this episode of Movie in a Pod. I am Clyde Smith.
And I am Javier Villalobos.
On this week's episode, we're discussing the trailers for Hellboy, the Crooked Man, the Wild Robot, and our movie of the week. That's right, guys, Deadpool and Wolverine. Let's effing go. I mean, they said it a lot in the movie, so I figured I'd just get away with effing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kind of keep that PG-13 rating for our pod,
Say,
that we're
Disney
so.
Disney let a lot of those fly. I'm saying.
Let so much fly.
There's a lot. A lot.
Kevin Feige's like, there's not going to be kids watching this movie. Yeah, we're going to talk about the numbers, guys. Don't worry
And
about
that
that.
didn't matter.
Did not matter because yes. I just want to know, like, how many. Well, we'll talk about it. Like, how many parents walked out of it with their kids, like not knowing. Like,
I mean, if it was going to happen, it was going to be during that opening scene. If they made it past the opening scene,
that's true.
then
That's true.
Then they were fine. Yeah, but
we'll definitely get there. Hey guys, before that, we got some trailers coming at you here. We got a third actor playing Hellboy, guys. Don't know why, don't really care, but there's a movie in a trailer, so we're gonna talk about it. Hellboy the Crooked Man, and then the Wild Robot. Lupita Nyong'o plays a robot, and Robot is Wild. New animated movie from DreamWorks.
That
I
was
met a guy at DreamWorks.
Better description that was on IMDb.
Guys, we're gonna throw these on our socials. Click that link tree in the show notes. And like always, please, we appreciate you guys. Like, share, and subscribe.
There's something going on here. I need to understand it.
It just gets smaller every movie.
That's exactly why you shouldn't be here.
Oh man, just keeps losing weight, getting skinnier.
Probably anorexic or something.
Entity falls under
Oh,
our expertise.
Okay. We're going straight to gross.
Crooked man's waiting on you.
That's interesting.
That's just a regular ass dude painted red.
Oh, you didn't want me
I
to
saw that guy at Target today. Okay.
I heard tales about him all my life. Most just called him the Crooked Man.
Huh.
I thought Big Red wasn't scared of anything.
Well, I know something you're afraid of.
You hear something?
This is so weird right
Your
now.
road ends in the dark like mine. Let's just keep on coming.
It ain't even really begun.
What is happening right here?
I don't know, but I don't like the way he sounds as Hellboy.
Snake, let's rattle.
Let not your horns be troubled.
This is just like straight up horror movie.
By way they know not. I will make the darkness light. And the crooked things straight.
Alrighty then.
You doubt the power of prayer, son?
Just in case.
Team, we have Hellboy, the Crooked Man. Hellboy and rookie BRPD agent who gets stranded in 1950s rural Appalachia and discovers a small community haunted by witches led by the eponymous Crooked Man. This trailer looked horrible. This guy
Agreed.
looks like he's about 5'4", playing Hellboy.
Easy now.
And
That's tall, all right? That's tall man.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. Jack Kessie is the guy playing Hellboy now. He's 6'1.5", guys. This is a regular ass dude. They just painted him red and was like, he's not even smoking a cigar. He's smoking he might as well just give this guy a vape. That's what it looked like he was doing. You know what I mean? That cigarette looked like a vape in this guy's mouth. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. I mean, this is like straight horror, pretty much what it looks like.
which is like cool.
Right. I mean, the horror movie itself is not a bad thing, but like, why another iteration of Hellboy?
And why is it not Ron Perlman, dog? You know.
I mean, I'd be cool with David Harbour too.
I was about to say that next, man. Why is it not David Harbour? Because like, even though that movie did not do well in the box office, like him as Hellboy,
yeah,
I really enjoyed his performance as Hellboy. He was the size. He had the look. He also had like that I don't care gruff, but then like ended up caring. That was cool. I just hope they don't think this movie's gonna make money. Like I just hope the studio is like, we're gonna lose money on this movie. Like I just hope they are already aware. Once again, I'm not in the prediction game. I'm not. Not in the prediction game at all. Javi. I'm horrible at it.
Look at them stats, man. You're at the top right now.
there's Miss Cleo and then there's me, damn it.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not like I said, I'm not impressed by the trailer as far as what I would want
Hell,
out of a Hellboy movie.
exactly, man. Because he's no like,
Like, why couldn't he just like play himself as some kind of like monster killer or something
yeah,
instead of
exactly.
Hellboy?
Just gets and like you didn't get stranded in 1950s rural Appalachia. You are in you just live in 1950s rural Appalachia and this happens. You know what I mean? Like I could have the rewrite
Yeah.
on this is 3 writers, Christopher Golden, Mike Mingola, and Brian Taylor, who also directed it.
Hmm.
They could have added me and I could just scrapped all the Hellboy stuff and be like, here guys, straightforward movie. We
Yeah.
don't need all this prosthetic crap on your face and your body, dog. Like,
Yeah, and then it's just called The Crooked Man.
yes. And actually, sleeper hit.
I agree.
I think we just made a movie, dog.
Yeah, I think we did. Let's do it. We'll remake this movie, but just not use Hellboy.
Yeah, exactly, dog. And
We
like,
can do it on our iPhones.
no vape. No vape pen. Guys, we're gonna throw Hellboy, the Crooked Man on our socials. Let us know your thoughts. Yeah, I'm just not interested in this, guys. So
Agreed. Well, that was the cutest thing I've ever seen.
very much so.
Incident report. At 0300 hours, a number of Universal Dynamics robots were lost in a typhoon. Chance of recovery.
Mother Nature get you every
Damn
time.
it, Storm.
Unlikely.
Oh,
That's just cute.
Do you need assistance?
so far every single thing's been
Aggression
cute.
detected.
Very.
I see your
Even the fox.
Processing language.
You need to learn how things work on this
Oh, that's
island.
cool.
Okay.
Hello.
Gosling's imprint on the first thing they see, which would be you.
You're his mother now.
I do not have the programming.
No one does. He needs to swim and fly.
Swimming's easy. I can teach him the way my mom taught me. Swim! He's a runt. His chances aren't super good.
I will protect him.
Oh,
He's got to leave this island by fall.
Right, Bill?
It is more dangerous for him
right then.
than anyone else. But he has a chance.
Man, this is
If where his
It's
wings
super cute.
end,
you just kind of get this movie, man. in this
his
trailer.
heart
Right.
can pay the balance.
You were not easy to find. You are defective. I feel fine. You should not
Oh,
feel
throw
anything
down.
at all.
Sometimes, to survive, we must become more than we were
HDI.
programmed to be.
Pretty wild. Right now.
Transformer, dog.
I will
Well, it's got a
protect
whole
all
squad
of
of
you.
Transformers.
I am already home. And I
Tell him.
am a
Oh,
wild
tell him.
robot.
Oh, she about to go. She about to go ham.
Tell him.
Pedro Pascal. I knew it. All right, team. We have the wild robot, according to IMDb. After a shipwreck, an intelligent robot called Roz is stranded on an uninhabited island. To survive the harsh environment, Roz bonds with the island's animals and cares for an orphaned baby goose. Yeah, JV, man, like
Yeah.
this is like movie making that you know how we always talk about a theme at the end of our movies,
Yeah.
right? And it's really hard to see those things and it's really hard to see those things within the confines of the trailer. This one is exactly what I need to know, man. This is a metaphor
Yeah.
for us and living in the world that we live in right now, where you can be a transplant dropped into a world, and it's how you adapt to the world around you and try to understand other people, their cultures, and how they do their things.
Right.
You find out what is similar, you find out what is different, but you're just at the end of the day, you're just trying to survive like everybody else.
Agreed.
That's what I got from this trailer. The theme, obviously, they make it this beautiful animated film with these beautiful animals and this cute robot and everything to tell that. But this one hit all the feels, dog. I'm 36.
Yeah.
I'm a grown man, dog, and this one hitting feels.
Yeah, it was actually a really, really good trailer that draws you into a movie like this. I mean, when you get an animated movie about a bunch of animals, it's really usually kind of a cute kid story kind of thing.
Yeah.
This one's like kind of in the middle. Like it starts off very cute and you're like, okay, yeah, we're robot with a bunch of animals, and then it kind of gets a little aggressive. Where
Yeah,
now
dog.
this robot's fighting armies of robots.
Starscream comes down and was like, "Nah, Decepticons for life."
Yeah,
and
he's like,
she
nah.
Roz got to pull out the 9. You know what I mean? Got to
Yeah.
do what she does, man. She's from the streets, son.
Um,
trying to get out of that life of gangster and murder and stuff like that, and just be in the
Yeah.
wild. So,
yeah, very interesting to see how that ends up playing out and what we get in the movie itself. I mean, it could just be a bunch of, like I said, cute story, and then there's like just these few parts in here that we saw in the trailer.
yeah,
But that's always a thing that could happen. But I mean, that was a pretty impressive trailer. I felt like, especially
Yeah.
coming off of Hellboy.
yeah. Hellboy was
That might
trash,
have been
but
what helps a lot.
you know, like we don't really do animated films. We don't really talk about them much on this pod. We don't go see them and
Yeah.
stuff like that. But like, this is one that. What was the last one we did? What was the last one that we did with Sam Rockwell? What was that?
The last one I remember was that the Bad Guys.
The Bad Guys, yeah.
Yeah.
That was good, and that was really good because it was more geared towards, and it was more geared toward adults. Had a lot of heart in it
Yeah.
as well. So we did that one, man. But this one kind of falls in that line as well, where it does have a lot of heart and it does tell a more adult human story, man. So the Wild Robot, guys, we're gonna throw these on our socials. Let us know your thoughts on this. And that Lupita Nyong'o, man, she's a leading lady, man. She's doing big things, and I appreciate that. Appreciate her, and hope she continues to kick ass.
Got a little Pedro Pascal and some Mark Hamill up in here.
Got Luke.
Oh,
Luke. All right, brother. You ready to jump into this week's movie?
Yes, sir.
Man, so I'm really, really, really excited that we're finally doing Deadpool and Wolverine, man.
Yes.
Like,
yes,
from the moment this movie was announced to where we are right now, I'm just thrilled that like we were able to be a part of this experience, man. This phenomenon that is Deadpool and Wolverine. This movie was released July 26, 2024. And just, man, so much to say about this. Directed by Sean Levy, written by Ryan Reynolds, Rhett Reese, Paul Wernick, Zeb Wells, and some help from Sean Levy, the director.
We had a budget of $200 million, and so far it's grossed $444.7 million on its opening weekend.
Let's go.
Starting this, we have Ryan Reynolds as Wade Wilson / Deadpool, Hugh Jackman as Logan / Wolverine, Emma Corrin as Cassandra Nova, and Matthew McFadden as Mr. Paradox. Now that's basically like our 4 continuous people through this whole thing. But of course, we have the cast from the first 2 movies. Marina Baccarin as Vanessa, Rob Delaney as Peter, Leslie Ugram as Blonde Al. And we also have some cameos from everywhere you could think of.
Everywhere and everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure. And we can spoil those later.
We definitely can. All right, dude. Like you so eloquently do, go ahead and give us that quick synopsis of Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah, Deadpool's looking for purpose in the universe, or Deadpool/Wade. He ends up finding a broke down Wolverine variant, and together they save the universes.
Yeah. Yeah. We're not even going to talk about the real Deadpool in this movie. You're just not going to bring that up in your intro at all, in your synopsis?
I mean, I know
the one without awesome. Healing powers. The whole movie was about that guy.
I thought you were talking about Peter Pool.
Dog pool. There's so many pools.
Dog pool.
All right, man. So let's start at the top here. Ryan Reynolds is Wade Wilson / Deadpool. We learn now that in the MCU that he hails from Earth 10005. And so that's we'll call that the Fox Earth. I guess that's where the events of the 20th Century Fox X-Men series takes place now. So yeah, that's cool. As well as
worried about that a long time ago.
Really?
What Earths people come from?
I'm very fascinated in that, dog.
I mean, I am, but I just don't have time. I just don't have the time.
It's all good. They just put it on the screen what universe that we're in.
Good. I mean, when it says it on the movie, I'm cool with it. But like, I've seen a lot of posts where people really, really dive into that, and it kind of hurts my brain.
You know who's watching those?
You're
clicking those lights. It's this guy. I'm raising my hand real high right now, guys. Real high. It's me. I love that. I love that crap, man. So, he's the same Deadpool that we know from the first 2 movies, but this time he is looking for purpose. It seems like him and his girlfriend are back together, and it's weird how he did everything, right? Like he kind of went back and saved people and moved people to different universes and stuff like that, and now they're here or whatever. So, because didn't she die?
Yeah, but he went back in time.
But I thought he had. Here's the thing. I thought he went back in time to either save the fat kid or save her, and he couldn't do both.
He went back in time, but I think he went to different universes. That's what I'm saying. I don't.
Now my head is hurting.
Yeah, there was something in there that I don't remember, like how she ended up back in the whole thing.
Yes, but also like the whole Weapon X team or whatever, or X Factor team is dead. So he's kind of like on his own again, like he was in the beginning. The first one. It's Ryan Reynolds, man, and it's him as Deadpool. And what is not to love about this guy, man? Wisecracking, funny guy. But like, I don't know about you, man, but like what I knew about Deadpool in the comics is that he is just like this assassin asshole who just doesn't care. But what Ryan Reynolds does is gives him a heart of gold. And like the heart of gold is like, shit, I gotta go save this person. But it's still a heart of gold, you know what I mean? Like, shit, I have my weird moral compass is kicking in, right? And like,
I'm gonna go kill 17 people just to save this one person.
He is so good at that, man. And it's just like, yeah, we've all been like, shit, I don't want to do this, but
Yeah.
I go do it. You know what I mean? Like that's
Mm-hmm.
the connection between the protagonist of the film and us as the audience is like, he has a writing credit
Yeah.
in this. He's a producer. Like, how do you connect the character with the people who are watching? And yeah, we're not mercenaries with healing powers, but we all do shit that we don't want to do, and we just kind of grit our teeth and do it.
Yeah.
And then like I love it also, he like wants all the accolades from it as well. So
Mm-hmm.
nobody gives it to him ever. I just like he's just been like the standout best character, one of the best characters in the in a Marvel movie, not
Yeah.
MCU, whatever, just in a Marvel movie. He's been one of the best standout characters, man, and it's because of Ryan
Yeah.
Reynolds and how he's able to like bring him to life and
Yeah.
contort him to the movies, man. So really enjoyable there.
Yeah. I mean, you have Ryan Reynolds that gets to be behind a mask
Yeah,
the whole movie and gets an R rating and can just let it out, right? Like how much of this is improv and how much of this is scripted, which is something I'd really like to know. That'd be pretty cool to
yeah,
find out how much is just nonsense that just spewed out of his mouth. Uh, but yeah, I mean, you give a dude that and a character that does that. I mean, it's endless possibilities to just let it roll, right? Like
yeah, yeah.
let the improv go.
Sean Levy's just like, just keep it going, keep it going. We'll edit all the best stuff. You know what I mean? And that's
Yeah.
where great movie making happens, man. Where you have this character.
Yeah.
So he's on this adventure to kind of find purpose. He gets snatched by the TVA. I thought this was kind of weird. This is not a knock on the movie here, but like the TVA snatches him up and basically tells him like your world is going to end. Like he's not going to try to go save his world.
Yeah.
Like they were just like, oh, okay, yeah, well, we'll let that ride, and I'll just be an Avenger or do whatever the hell I have to do. No, man, the people I love are back there. The people that I care
Yeah.
for are back there. Like, yeah, I'm an asshole, but like that's my world. I'm not gonna let you destroy it. I'm gonna try to figure out how to fix it. So
Right.
that's where like the his mission starts, right? So he's in search of purpose, but also he has a mission now to kind of connect that purpose. Yeah, in the movie. So that's where the heart and soul of the movie lies. Somehow, some way, shape, or form, Maximum Effort Productions got Wolverine back.
Yep.
They got Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. And the last time we saw Wolverine was in Logan. And Logan was 2017, and Logan died. And
he was definitely dead.
We definitely did.
It's funny, like, when he starts, he's digging, right? And that's what I was saying. I expected him to like get to the bottom of the grave and just be like, and they just show his skeleton.
Yeah.
Like I didn't expect it to go like it did. That was wild.
Far as it did. That was perfect.
Yeah.
That was perfect.
I was expecting him to get down there and be like, well, okay, I guess he did die.
But let's just talk about but on top of that, right? It's the dance number that goes with it, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're doing from NSYNC's like 1999, 2000 album, No Strings Attached. You're doing Bye Bye Bye, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And not just like singing it. It's playing while you're fighting all these guys, while Deadpool's fighting all these guys, but like he's hitting those moves, dog, from the music video.
Yeah.
Not just from the music video, because you don't see all the moves in the music video. He literally has watched them their HBO special where they do on their show, on like their tour, and they do it, man. He's hitting moves that not everybody has seen before. You had to see these guys live to see these
Yeah.
moves, man, and he does them with precision. And it's just like,
Mhm.
what other character in the MCU can pull that off and make that look really cool? There's
Yeah.
nobody.
Yeah.
There's nobody at all, man. But yes, because of Logan's death in 2017 Logan movie, Wade has to go find a different Wolverine to help him save his world.
Right.
Wade conjures up and says like he's not a hero. He understands he's not a hero and needs an X-Man, needs the X-Man, right? Needs the ultimate
Yeah.
weapon, a hero, and just the montage. And I love how self-aware this movie is as well. Like I just love the montage. He's just like cue the montage. It's so good. It's so good. It's so good. And they go through so many different iterations of Wolverine, and it's hilarious at every turn until we get to the one that we have in this movie. And this guy is down on his luck. He's drunk. It's hard for him to get his claws out, which was hilarious.
Yeah.
But at the same exact time, man, you know there's something a little more deeper to this guy. Like we got where Wade Deadpool is from the start of this movie. We understand his motivation, why he's doing what he needs to do, and also like kind of how he's going to do it.
Yeah.
We get that unraveling of this Earth's whatever Earth this Hugh Jackman Wolverine came from, that he's like got him from, like what his motivation is and why he's the way he is and how do we get him out of that, man. That's kind of the mystery that we get. But we can't get that information straightforward, one, because Wade Wilson's so damn annoying, like at every turn. He's so damn annoying.
Yeah.
So even if Logan wanted to just word vomit, he can't because Wade does not shut the hell up. Two, he's untrustworthy, the unreliable narration in it. So there's just a lot going on there where we get it piece by piece through the movie in those moments that like, okay, well, yeah, Deadpool's occupied doing something else, so I
Yeah.
can talk now. Which is cool, man. But like the coolest thing about this is they are in their suits the entire movie.
Yeah, they really are. I mean, didn't even this Logan was in his suit, even though he had his regular clothes on over it, right?
Yeah, even at the bar, he just had it
He
on
was already
underneath.
suited up. Yeah.
And there was like storytelling as to why he doesn't take it off.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
It made sense, understandable, a little disgusting, but whatever.
Yeah.
Put some baby powder down there or something, dog. But whatever.
You know his life.
I don't know his life, but I really enjoyed that they stayed in the suits, man. So that's our title characters here, Deadpool and Wolverine, and they're the ones we follow on this journey, man. Emma Corrin as Cassandra Nova, a mutant in the void with telekinetic and telepathic powers, who is the twin sister of Charles Xavier in this otherworldly origins. This was interesting, man. She played Cassandra Nova very well. I was not aware of this character at all.
Right.
And
yeah, I mean, you really got to be. Some of this stuff is really like pulled from so many different comic book worlds.
Yeah, like she was
unless you really comb through it, it's hard to find everybody.
But that's the cool thing about the MCU as well, man, is like you can do that and just kind of pick and pluck and just put in and just kind of twist their story around. And I don't know, and I don't have time to read her story. It was just refreshing to see another villain that I don't know about, that I can learn about, and that whoever is playing this person can kind of do their own thing with as well. So I really enjoyed that.
They did some real quick real quick exposition on that in the movie that I mean, really, her storyline didn't need much. Like, we got just enough to understand why she's doing what she's doing.
Yeah, basically,
Yeah.
almost she was born. She's the twin, and the TVA threw her into the void as soon as she was born. So all she
And
knows,
now we're here.
yeah, all she knows is the void, right? All she knows is this barren wasteland of all this Fox IP that's laying around everywhere, right? Which was
Yeah.
absolutely effing hilarious at every turn, man. Okay, even the Fox logo, like
Yeah.
it's so good, guys. Like this movie, for as much heart as it has, for the great action and everything, there's so much inside baseball knowledge about
Yeah.
like just Marvel movies dating back to 1998 in this, man. Moving forward, it's just really good.
Mm-hmm.
Which is almost like a Fox love letter if you think about it. Is also
Oh,
what it
yeah, it was.
plays. Yeah, so that was cool, man. But no, Cassandra Nova, man. She's the big baddie of the Void. She controls troops and everybody there, and she's really powerful, and everybody's scared of her. She lives
Yeah.
inside Scott Lang. It's weird.
He said Paul Rudd finally aged.
Which is like also very interesting as well because he's so like when I didn't know Scott Lang died. When did that happen? Let me know.
At any point in time. I mean,
Yeah,
why
true.
is Giant Ant-Man in the void to begin with?
Yeah,
We'll
you're
never
right.
know.
At
We'll
any
never know.
point in time. Yeah, no, that is definitely fair. I have so many questions. And then we have Matthew McFadden as Mr. Paradox, a time variance authority agent who oversees an unsanctioned project to speed up the death of Earth 10005 by using the Time Ripper. A machine can mercy kill timelines. So
Yeah, I did not expect this character when he came on screen to be this involved in the whole
sinister.
movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he was there. I thought it was just kind of going to be that initial hey, Deadpool, this is what needs to happen, blah blah blah. And then he was just going to kind of fade out.
Yeah.
But I mean, his role for the most part was like it's like it could have not really mattered, but at the same time, like I guess his role was just the. I don't want to say he was a bad guy, but he was there and he was just a negative influence, I guess, on Wade.
Yeah.
Like he knew what he was doing to Wade, and Wade was kind of doing what he wanted for the most part, right? I mean, at the end of the day, his plan was working out, other than Cassandra being involved.
No, yeah, Mr. Paradox definitely had. He definitely is a villain. He definitely is an antagonist, and he has his own motives as far as to why he's ripping. Because he even said like, How long does my timeline have?" And he goes, "A couple of days to a couple of millennia or something along those lines."
Yeah.
Right? There's so much in between.
It's a Thanos thing.
Yeah,
that's what
exactly.
I got from him.
Yeah,
it's he's doing a big bad thing to make one thing better.
Yeah. So like I definitely understood that, but it's Matthew McFadden, and he was just in not Billions. What the hell was he just in? I just can't remember it now. Succession, and he killed it in that. He definitely killed it there. And now he's in this, and I enjoyed him, man. He's tall, good-looking guy. The guy's that like British posh to him, and I just really enjoyed him as Mr. Paradox. Kind of was a baby at the end, but at the same exact time, when you get dragged by your skull, I'd probably be acting the same way. To be honest with you, yeah. Also,
He
definitely
probably did
understand
better
that,
than
man.
most. Better than most. Yes.
Man, I don't want to spoil it for you guys as far as all the fantastic um uh
I got
cameos that we saw in here, but we do have Marina Baccarin as Vanessa Carlisle back in this, Rob Delaney as Peter Wisdom, Karen Sony as Dopinger, Leslie Uggams as Blind Owl, Brianna Hildenbrand as Negasonic Teenage Warhead, Charlotte Kasuni as Yukio, Stefan Kablik as voice of Colossus, Louis Tan as Shatterstar. So we got those people who were from the first two movies in this here. Um, it was great to kind of see them on the bookends of this movie,
Yeah.
because this movie is basically just Deadpool and Wolverine. They take up so much great screen time. Along the way, guys, there has been reports since this movie first dropped about who will be in this movie and what they will do as far as cameos are concerned. Let's just leave it at this, guys. Chock full of great
Oh yeah.
cameos.
Some of
So
them don't
many
even
good
say
cameos.
anything.
They don't, but they're here and they're awesome. And
Oh
they're
yeah.
absolutely awesome, man. Definitely appreciated in this film. And you get it from like the get go, right? From the start of the movie, you get cameos and you get cameos all the way to the end. Stay to the end of the
All the way.
credits, guys. Hilarious. So, man, so this movie, directed by Sean Levy, man. Just the look and feel of this film. What were your thoughts, man?
Yeah, I mean, we start off kind of tight, kind of seeing the family, right? Um, then we get in this void. We see a little bit of the TVA. I mean, really, we spend a lot of time in the void,
Yeah,
right? The Honda Odyssey, we spend a lot of time in there too. Uh, yeah, I mean, as far as the look and the feel, I really like kind of how we go in and out of big spaces and little spaces.
yeah,
They keep the fights tight. Like every fight scene is tight. We're in a confined space for most of it.
agreed.
Um, and then we kind of get to see the vastness of the void as well. So yeah, I mean, I enjoyed what we did going in and out of those scenes.
Yeah, man. I liked where the void was. Kind of like that Australian Mad Max Outback thing, right?
Yeah.
Which they even made reference to, which was hilarious.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we've seen it in Loki as well,
Yeah,
but to
true.
see it on the big screen like this was really awesome.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah, we did see it in Loki, and they just doubled down to see it here.
Yeah.
And it is so vast and so wide and so cool. About all the things that are happening there. Um, I thought that was really cool, man. And I like how they used like the cool thing about Deadpool is like if he's not killing people, if he's not on a mercenary mission or something, he just is a regular ass guy. I love that. They were at a car dealership, man. Like they
Yeah.
just use like
Yeah.
like can you get more American than a used car dealership, man?
Yeah.
Like he was just
Jeez.
living his life. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Hilarious. Like hanging out in his apartment with all of his friends for his birthday and everything, right? Like
yeah.
after work. So it just it brought it like this movie was so cool because it's hard to connect with a mutant who is an assassin who can't die, who has regen type powers.
Yep.
But the writers, what they do is they work very hard to put him in situations to give him ideas, thoughts, um, viewpoints where we can actually understand his motives and why he is this person. We can go ahead and
Agreed.
connect the Deadpool man. That's what I really enjoy about these movies, because he is just a regular guy,
Yeah.
and he's just
Yeah. He doesn't get all that Avenger fame.
no, he doesn't. Not even though
All right, he's just living in a little tiny apartment. That's it.
He wants it though. He wants it so
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
Damn, John Favreau's not gonna give it to him though, man. Come on.
No. John Favreau. Let's go.
All right, brother. Just the music, real quick, man. We got the score and music by Rob Simonson, and he did Afterlife, The Front Runner, The Whale, Adam Project,
Nice.
right? 500 Days of Summer. So he is definitely well known. He did a fantastic job here, but what I really loved is just the use of bangers, man.
Right.
The use of bangers after bangers after bangers, man. I don't know about you, dude, but like I was vibing to this great music
Oh yeah.
throughout the entire film here, man. So I just pulled up the
Oh boy.
soundtrack, right?
The soundtrack's pretty wild. I mean, it's all over the place.
Only You by the Platters, Bye Bye by NSYNC, Angel of the Morning by Merrily Rush, Glamorous by Fergie. What?
Mm,
Irish by Goo Goo Dolls, The Power of Love, Huey Lewis and the News. Just I'm Rambling Man,
oh, no.
Waylon Jennings, all over the place. When they were fighting in the minivan, The Greatest Show from The Greatest Showman, like with Zac Efron and Zendaya. It's just like, that is so inside baseball because Hugh Jackman was the.
I was about to say Hugh was in that movie. Yeah, he
exactly.
was in that movie.
Exactly.
I mean, everything is connected to either Hugh or Ryan Reynolds.
Yes. Yes.
Like, even the cameos themselves are connected back to this some way or another.
Love it. I
so
love
good.
it, man. So just like the music accompanied this great film. Just bangers, man. Just really enjoyable there.
Oh yeah.
All right, man. I do have a theme here.
All right.
So as wild and crazy and electric this movie is, it still is a theme that can resonate with so many people. Wilson can do and be more than that wise cracking asshole that people and himself, that he can do something that matters. Actually, that's him finding purpose in life, and that's what his girlfriend wants from him as well. Logan's is as old as time, man, and his is redemption, second chance story that we all need sometimes, right? Who didn't mess up, who didn't do something that they didn't mean to do, or do something that they regret. And we need sometimes we didn't trust anyone, and we just need that again, right? And what he did was, throughout this movie, he put his trust into this asshole in a red suit, and went on this journey, went on this mission, right? So definitely what this film is about, man. And obviously both their introduction into the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and until you're 90, Logan, until you're 90, like never letting you go.
That's it. In it now.
Yeah. All right, team. That is our conversation about 2024's Deadpool and Wolverine. JV, give me your thoughts and ratings on this, brother. Give the people what they want.
Dude, this movie is one that's been on the radar for, like you said, since it was announced.
Long time. 2 years.
Yeah.
3 years, maybe.
Deadpool,
I don't know.
Yeah, 1 and 2 were a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
And Ryan Reynolds really gives us what we want, right?
Yeah.
He doesn't really take in... honestly, I think he could care less about what the critics and what, even what the producers and everything else at Disney think. He's really there for us, and to give us a fun movie, give us characters that we want to see back on screen.
Yeah.
And he did that. I mean, the cameos, just the Hugh back in back in the saddle after everybody thought he was done. He figured out a way. And then we even got to see little short Wolverine too. That was pretty fantastic.
Like
the
comic,
5'1",
comic accurate size. Oh my god.
That's the one I will spoil. Yeah, you get to see a little 5'1" Wolverine, Hugh Jackman.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, so good. He had to hop off that stool. It was so far down.
But he still had like that deep voice. That voice stayed the same. That voice didn't match. Oh my god. The pythons were also there, dog.
But that's the kind of stuff we really wanted out of this movie. Deadpool can do kind of whatever he wants to because he can say whatever he wants to. He's not tied to a story. He's not tied to his world. He can come into our world. So yeah, good laughs the whole movie. Surprises every turn, and for what it was and what we wanted, I had a great time. I'm gonna give this one 5 buckets of popcorn this week.
Okay.
What about you, man? Yeah, I thought it was fantastic.
Yeah, man. This movie's electric. It's fun, action packed. I was laughing and smiling and enjoying every turn. The entire runtime, man.
Just
so
surprise
many
after
cameos.
surprise.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like so many cameos and so many things that like you saw in earlier Deadpool movies where you're like, this is gonna be a bit, this is gonna be a funny thing, and then they like turn it on its head. Like you even did it one time because we went to go see it together, right? You were just like, they're all gonna die real quick. They're all gonna die real quick, and I'm like gearing up for that, and it didn't happen, and I'm like, that shit would have been hilarious because it would have been a callback, right?
Yeah.
You're from the second one.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. They're all gonna. It looked like it was just bad. It was gonna be bad.
Would have been a really cool callback, but didn't fly that way, right? So there was so many things. Yeah, no, that's awesome, man. That keeps it refreshing, right?
Yeah.
So there's just so many things that came at you that you just didn't know. Like, I went into this movie not really knowing what this movie was about, and that was the most beautiful thing about this movie.
Yeah.
And then I walked out just refreshed, just not needing to know 30 movies before that, right? Just needed to know this could have been the first Deadpool movie, and this would have been a fantastic entry, just first movie overall, right? But it's a great entry. For me, man, I'm right there with you, brother. This does get 5 buckets of popcorn. I laughed my ass off during Bad Boys Ride or Die, but this one takes the cake, man. It's like my summer blockbuster, dog. As like, it was just Twisters was it.
Yeah.
Now this came out. So like they're really right there neck and neck, man, as far as like summer blockbusters. And those are the 3 right now. Bad Boys, Twisters, and now Deadpool Wolverine, man, is like the blockbusters of the summer. Just fantastic film, man. I do want to see Ryan Reynolds be this character some more. And I want to see him interact, right? I want to see him interact with other characters as well. How that works with his mouth and stuff like that, who knows? But
I just want to see. I want to see Deadpool stand next to Hulk, and then just like look at the screen and be like, "I know you're thinking that he smelled weird. It's true." You know? I want to see some stuff like that. You know?
Yeah. Like only shit that like Ryan Reynolds could pull off, and it'd be really cool, right? Yeah, dude. But 5 bucks of popcorn, just fantastic film. We'll definitely be seeing it again before, in theaters really soon. So yeah, perfect movie, guys.
Ooh, let's go.
Thank you for subscribing to this week's episode, talking through Deadpool and Wolverine. Next week, we will be discussing that new M. Night movie, Trap.
That'll be in a theater near you.
Like always, I am Clyde Smith. You can find me across all socials. I am Clyde D. Smith.
I am Javier Villalobos. You can find me across all socials at Mr. J8200.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it.
And like always, keep watching.